Hello, welcome to the Lumiere channel. I hope you can hear me well. Yep. Sorry, I got like stage freeze. So welcome to the Lumiere channel. This is Lumiere. I will be doing a runner versus chaser in-depth experiential reading on first part in my hands. I was painting. On the one side is going to be a runner, on the other side is going to be a chaser. You can decide where you fit, or you can just see the story how it's going to go. What I think I'm going to be doing, what I do with the in-depth experientials, they're a lot more free-flowing and a lot more forgiving than a strict reading. So there's that. There is a you and the boo, if that's something that fits what you're looking for. But this is to look at the runner-chaser dynamic and to see what it do, boo. What it do. You may be the runner, you may be the chaser, but I'm going to look at where each of the entities in the dynamic are, or at the very least, what's going on with the runner and what's going on with the chaser, and where they're at, and we'll go from there. So if you're down for the cause, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I think we'll settle with that. I'm going to read for the runner on this side and for the chaser on this side. So, I have two Romance Angel decks that I will be using. Okay. I was gifted one of them from a wonderful, beautiful soul here on the channel. So that's nice. Tell me about the chaser, please. Tell me about the chaser. Where's the chaser at? Whoa. The wedding card wanted to flip out. And a whole bunch of other cards, but tell me where the chaser is at. Thank you. And tell me where the runner is at. Please tell me where the runner. Tell me where the runner is at. Thanks. Whoa. Damn. Very interesting. Okay. So I might have to lift up the... Oh, no, that's not gonna work. I might have to raise the viewing device so that you can see as much as you need to. So this is the chaser. And oddly, this is the runner. what they share is this true love here. It's funny because while I was shuffling, it was trying to do the runner first instead of the chaser, but I'm gonna stick with what I repeatedly said during the shufflation. So, what's going on with the chaser? Well, the chaser. Okay, girl. There's bugs outside trying to get inside. The chaser. It doesn't seem like the chaser is looking too good, really, to be honest with you. The chaser seems to be a little bit closed off. Okay. The chaser does seem to be closed off. The chaser seems to be closed off, and yeah, alright. The chaser seems to be closed off and are, in a way, laying down their burdens. Almost like trying to focus on other things. There's a lot. Oh dear. Okay. Ugh. Trying to focus on the chaser's trying. Okay? The chaser's trying. The chaser's trying to balance the plates, it feels like. There's a sense of, I don't want to say disappointment, it's just missed opportunity in a way. Laying down their burdens while at the same time trying to focus on other things. Trying not to do so much, but then also trying to do a lot more. So this could be when it comes to the connection, they could be trying to not put in as much work into the connection, or into the dynamic, whatever it may be, and at the same time sort of trying to put themselves in other things. So it's very interesting. The chaser is not wanting to chase anymore, but at the same time, you know, it sucks because they're still the chaser, you know, because they have this like hope, like there's still this candlelight of hope, this glimmer of hope, or at least unresolved something where they hope they could say something, or they hope something can be said. They hope something can be done, and they are still like not like on the off days, wishing and waiting and hoping, because what it seems like here is they're holding on to something might change, but at the same time reaching a certain point, which is very interesting. I wasn't expecting this at all. We haven't even gone to the runner. I see you over there. What is going on? The chaser feeling like they don't belong, they don't belong in the connection anymore, or the connection isn't as fulfilling as it used to be, or just they're waking up to something. It's almost like a, not a rude awakening, excuse me. It's almost like they've been waking up to something, and what they're waking up to and what they've woken up to, and them There's a difference between waking up and getting up. You can wake up and be in bed for like 2-3 hours dicking around on your phone. But when it comes to getting up and actually, starting your day, it's different. So what I'm seeing here is someone who has woken up and is getting up and trying to move through the day groggily. If anything, this is someone who's like taken a shower at best. And they're still sort of wishing they could go back to sleep in a way, but then at the same time being like, I'm ready to start this day and get it done and do what I need to do, but then also sort of being like, man, I can't wait for Friday so I can stay in bed longer. But then at the same time being like, no, I have to do something. It's summer, or tis the season to do this thing, this, that, and the other. But but there's still this like weird hope that something may turn around soon. And I want to say it's toward the connection. This almost like desire. I don't want to say it is like a weird hope. Hope is weird. My relationship with hope is what this looks like. Yeah, but they're open to other things outside of the connection, and the chaser seems to be trying. The chaser is trying, y'all. The chaser is trying. On to our friend the runner. I should have done this. On to our friend the runner. The runner seems to be doing quite well. I'm not gonna lie. At this moment in time, the runner seems to be in a slightly better shape than the chaser. If I was to compare what I'm looking at least. The runner is see, there's something about the runner that I'm trying to touch, but I'm not being able to touch, and maybe when I keep talking, it'll come out. But I will say this, the runner seems to be doing quite well. And I don't mean to like press on seams and say like they're not doing well, but they seem to be doing fairly good. Things may be stable-ish. It's weird. Things may be stable. In, things may be stable in their world. There's like a weird story that just came up. There may be some runners who, because the chaser, I'm feeling like the chaser has like paused, or like I'm feeling like the chaser has paused or stopped chasing in a way, and that has the runner feeling brand new, thinking that it's over now, that the chaser has either found someone new or they found something else to focus on, and so they are free to focus on other things. Like, let me tell that story first, and then I'll get to the other, the main story that I was about to say. So there's that story with the chaser. With the runner, who something happened with them and the chaser, where they can feel the chaser has pulled away, because this doesn't look like a chaser this looks like a chaser who is pulled away. Yes, they still have this sort of like string of hope, this little something of ooh maybe, and so the runner has sort of seen that, I want to say, or felt that, and so they are pursuing new interests. They are waiting and happy for the new, and they are, dare I say, hoping that this. Wow, this is harsh. That's the thing. I can't get a read on what that is. In their current state, given these energies, it seems like the runner is almost like, I can't get a read on whether they're hoping that it's done, like this dynamic is done. That ooh yay, because this feels like the sun. Like this is like yay, it's done. But then there's almost this like ooh, but what if they come back? Or it's like oh, I think it's actually done. Like the runner feels free. Okay, it's just strange that it's in reverse as well. The honeymoon card is really throwing me for a loop because I cannot get a read on it. But to me, this current-ish energy with the runner, it feels like, it looks like they are in a place where things are light. They're thinking like they're ready for some brand new. Due to the chaser pulling back, due to the chaser sort of not giving up, like giving up, but you know, kind of lessening their chaserness. But they're also still kind of on the fence, like, is it really over? Do I need to like keep my wits about me? Yeah. So there's that story where we know about the runner. In this story, if I look at this and talk back about the chaser. Let me go back to talking about the runner, and then we'll get back to that because that story relates to this. So okay, in the first story, the initial story, the chaser's doing quite. The runner, excuse me, is doing. This person is doing quite well. They are feeling stable in their world. It seems like there may be opportunities in their life, and they've almost like passed through a phase, right? I'm going to do, please remind me if I don't, like hunt me down. I'm going to do a reading where we figure out, I'm going to do a pick a card where I want to see if I can suss out which phase you're in, whether you're in runner phase or whether you're in chaser phase. Or maybe whether you're in both or what percentage you are in both, because we're not just one thing, you know. We're human beings and we're too wonderful and too like beautifully made to be stuck in a box of one thing. At least that's how I read. So I'm gonna do a reading, a pick a card, and see like which energy you're mostly in. I don't know how that's gonna go. It might be a colossal just crash and burn, but I think it's gonna be a different video. I was gonna make a two-parter, but with the way I'm doing this right now, I don't think my battery can handle it. I need a new device, y'all. We'll get it together. So, I'm sorry, runner. I keep like interrupting your reading. Yeah, the runner seems to be doing well. They're trying to put the past behind them and move forward into some new. I feel like there are some new opportunities coming towards the runner, new stability, like new opportunities, new things, and they are excited to enjoy them. Maybe a tad bit pensive over the new opportunities. Excuse me. Oh my god, I hope you didn't hear that. Maybe a tad bit pensive. but it might be over whether things are done. I think. Like, there's something so weird about the runner, and I need to, like, help me out. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Alright. Well, ain't that about a bitch. So, the honeymoon is over. Alright. Everything I said still stands. Now, moving on to the relationship the chaser may have with the runner, as in looking at the chaser after looking at the runner, because I looked at the runner after looking at the chaser, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Just chill out, it's fine. Just relax. So the chaser may be in this way that they are, feeling like, oh, not sense of belonging, opportunity lost, trying to move on from their runner, because their runner may be involved with someone else. Their runner may be exploring other people, right? Their runner may be trying to forget them. Their runner may be having their life popping off, and the chaser may be like, you know what? I want to also have these things. Like, I don't want to continue working at something that isn't bearing fruit for me. I want to work at things that are. So let me try and kind of move away, blah, blah, blah. But there is still obviously this sort of hope. This sort of hope is also where I feel like the chaser, may be wanting someone else to come along and give them what they are wanting from this person. So some sort of maybe distraction. They may be hoping for that, if not this person. But either way, the essence is they're hoping for this sort of expression of love, whether it's from their runner or from a separate sort of entity, person who has that sort of energy. And they're hoping that the energy comes in so that it at least alleviates the sort of pressure that is going on with the chaser and what they're trying. And another energy may help. Or for some chasers, another energy to come in may help boost them up in some sort of way. So now we have two sort of cards that are on both the runner and the chaser that they're sharing. Very soon and very soon, true love and true love. Very soon is both in the upright, and true love is in the opposite directions here. So very soon for the runner is helping me understand that honeymoon and that free yourself area over there. What I see is, and what made me kind of go to comparing the runner, the runner is, there could be a story here of a runner who may be committed or may be having stability in their world in some sort of way, and may be wanting, may be looking, like I said earlier, at the runner, thinking, at the chaser, excuse me, looking over here and saying, oh wait, this person stopped, this person pulled back. Have they met someone else? Have they, are they involved elsewhere? Could they meet someone else? And they may be looking over here. And that, for some, may catalyze them to then say, well, I'm going to indulge and live my best life and meet other people and do that sort of thing. But there seems to be, like, that weirdness I was telling you about, y'all. That weirdness was, like, really tripping me up. It was with that honeymoon in reverse, which to me tells me something a little bit more about longevity, but then it just didn't feel like anything right now. Like, it really didn't feel like what I typically know it as. So for the very soons to come up, there is something quite possibly, and I don't want to say this, but there's something quite possibly intuitive about this message here, which is, I had to keep reminding myself that I'm reading where this person is at and where that person is at. not what's going to happen. But sometimes they trip me up and the wires get crossed between, is this what they're feeling, or is this an intuitive pickup of what's coming? So for some runners and chasers, there may be a chaser who, due to this dynamic or whatever, who does reach out to their runner for whatever reason. And there may be a runner who, in that dynamic, can feel like, this is too good to be true. I just don't feel like they're going to, I don't feel like the dynamic is over. And true enough, it won't be over necessarily because the chaser is thinking about reaching out to said runner for whatever reason, right? Express your love isn't, well, express your love isn't, it's a lot softer. It's almost like some chasers may reach out to the runners for closure. Some chasers may reach out to the lovers, to the runners, as a, hey, I miss you, or hey, can we, or so, it's something amiable. Hey, I wish you luck. Hey, how's your XYZ? Something like that. It's, to me, express your love typically rides me as something amiable. Now, alternatively, some runners, because of the pullback and because of some sort of spunk, I'm getting less of them reaching out, to be honest, but there may be something that they do that ignites something. I feel like there may be something of a moment for them where they have definitely felt the pullback of the chaser. And they may be called to really decide on whether or not they're going to completely sever the connection by indulging in other things and not sort of tiptoeing back and being like, hey, you all right? Or hey, congratulations, or hey, happy birthday, whatever, those things that kind of keep us tied to someone else. Hey, you doing all right? Hey, da 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 da. It seems like in this energy that I'm currently reading, when I say sever ties, that seems to be kind of like what it sort of is, but at the same time, I'm reading for like a pocket of energy. But what I'm seeing here is someone who is a runner who, with where the runner's at, is sort of coming to a point where they may need to decide on whether they want to sever. I'm getting a sever, really. I'm getting a sever just because of this new love and this wedding and this true love. Like, it doesn't seem like when it comes to the chaser, the runner's really looking at the chaser. I'm not gonna lie to you. There could be like a 1-digit percent, and by that I mean like 1% to 9%, where the runner given this current pocket does in fact give in to the dynamic, as in leans back into the dynamic with the chaser. And that's only because of the wedding on top of the past life relationship and those sort of being like a lake mirror, a water mirror image. And the fact that I've shuffled in the background and I've seen reconciliation like twice. But that's not entirely what I'm getting here. So in any case, that's where they are at, given each other, and where they are at, most importantly, given themselves. Okay. Let me see where they are at more specifically given each other, because this was given themselves mostly. I want to see if I can get at a little bit more. I should have pulled the tarot on those. Oh well, whatever. It's okay. I want to see where is it intentions? I'm not sure what the most helpful sort of question would be here. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let's say, what are the intentions of, oh boy, what are the intentions of the chaser towards the runner at this time? Okay, the top of the deck is release your ex. The second top of the deck is deception in reverse. Release your ex, and the upright. Going back. These are, oh gosh, you're so far away. Why? All right. Deception in that position. All right. The cards I'm showing you are cards that I'm feeling in my hands, calling me from the decks. It's weird. It happens a lot more frequently these days. And then they end up popping out. So, what are the runner's intentions towards the chaser, please? Oh, wow. This little rascal. Okay, codependency. Alright, cool. So they are sharing flirt. The chaser's intentions are not to back down. The chaser's intentions are not to back down because there is a certain belief or thought or feeling that things aren't what they seem, that there isn't love entirely lost in this situation, in this dynamic, and their intentions are to keep it light, but sort of extend their energy. So it's that string of hope, right? That string of connection, that string of, I'm gonna try and do what I can on my side. I don't want to give too much to this, but there is, like, the door's open, right? The door's unlocked. I used this in a reading before. It's this imagery of where before it may have been excuse me, Before, it may have been, you know, something where the chaser would have stayed home, you know, turned on all the lights, run up a light bill like crazy, cooked food, you know, warmed the bed, drew a bath for the runner. But now, the most the chaser is doing is leaving a light on, putting the key under the mat, you know, leaving the porch light on, leaving a light inside the house on so they can find their way through and not stumble. But, you know, the chasers is still doing their best to go out. Well, not so much here with this whole thing. But the chaser is not, you know, doing the whole shebang. They're still sort of holding on to a little bit of hope, facing towards the runner and the connection as a whole. They're not backing down, and they don't believe that there is nothing. They don't believe that there's nothing between them. The runner. Oh, did I say intentions? So their intentions is sort of to keep things light between them and the runner. Keep things open, basically. Leaving a means of communication for this person. Trying not to be so cold that it looks like they're completely uninterested lest they scare off their runner, but at the same time not trying to be entirely too available. But I mean, they're not backing down. I think given a certain amount of coercing, the chaser may bend, but their intentions are to keep it light and quite open, and still connected to this dynamic here. The runner, on the other hand, here is doing what they intend to disengage from the dynamic, and they intend to not really think about the dynamic or the chaser. They want to explore other options, and be cordial towards the chaser to some degree, but but excuse me, but really more so like not engage in this dynamic or with the chaser at all. The most I get here is being amiable. Their intentions are to be amiable, but to disengage further from the dynamic. Yeah. So, their intentions are, that's weird, to go where very soon again. To go where, that's weird. The runner, girl, what is going on here? The runner is not looking for anything long term. So for some of you, if you are the runner, some of the runners intend with this flirt thing to disengage. They don't want to think about the chaser. they want to disengage from the chaser, but then there's still this like weird runner who may approach the chaser for some nookie. Like, but that's all they really want, right? They want instability with you. There is something that you give them that they take from you, that they take from you, not like in a taker way, but like that they gain from being with you, and they like that, and they may come around for that, but it's not stable. It's not that's weird. It's not it's just a weird thing. They want something temporary. If it's with you, they want. Sorry, fuck. The runner wants something temporary. They intend for something temporary, which is interesting because in the prior reading, where they were at isn't something. Well, they were at where they were at, but right now they're looking for something either temporary or where they're headed is a little bit unstable and not really long lasting, which is interesting. But as it relates to you, the runner, as it relates to the chaser, in some cases, the runner may be ignoring signs that are I'm getting numbers. Like, I don't know. In some cases, the runner may be ignoring signs, and I feel like the runner, if you're the runner, you may be ignoring signs that are pointing you to good opportunities, and you may be moving more so towards falsities, so short-term sort of things that are nice, that feel good, that give you what you are wanting, but not necessarily what you need, or that's yours for the long run, or even that's yours, period. So if you're the runner, your intention is to avoid something longer lasting or something stable, and you're looking more so for the temporary. So that's what the runner is doing. And whether that means that the chaser is the stability or the chaser is the temporary, what I'm seeing is the runner is doing what I just said. Intending to go towards sort of temporary bursts of, ooh, I like that, and ignoring or sidestepping opportunities that are more so long lasting. I don't want to do that. Thanks. Oh boy. I still see something long lasting. It's just even deeper than that now. Okay, more children. Release your ex in the reverse. So, the runner may be either, I mean, definitely something about longevity here, but also there could be something about physical children. And perhaps so that's difficult. Wow, that's difficult. In one weird story, it's someone paying attention to um their children, or even protecting themselves, and therefore not making any efforts to disengage. In a sense of protecting themselves, in a sense of protecting their, I don't want to say their innocence, but their I don't want to say they're wounded. There's something. Avoiding something. Clearly avoiding something, because this says great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and this is saying not paying attention to the signs, right? The signs are cautioning you. Here there could be someone choosing children over love, romantic love, which is tricky, or family over that. Even longevity, in terms of, is it even possible to have a family? And there could also be, what was it? A real opportunity to have something real, and just not really wanting to do that, which is, yeah, the temporary. The runner's sort of intentions are more temporary. Perhaps at this point, perhaps with the stability that we've seen, and what they're looking for is more so temporary. But I will say that there is a disengagement here from the dynamic, and with their intentions being to disengage, to distance themselves, and to really close themselves off from it. And I suppose for some runners, it's having the chaser as a side nookie, but and getting their needs met that way, whatever those kinds of needs are. I don't really know, but it's not I don't want to say it's not real. It's just not sustainable. Like, I mean, it could be sustainable, but it's not stable, right? It's type stuff. With the chaser, there's like a low key, I don't want to say obsession. It's just, there's just like, the chaser is not backing down either here. I mean, the chaser is pretty easy to read to a point. I'm very surprised, but that even with all of that their intentions are not to back down, but I mean, forgiving and learning. So, I mean, the chaser is moving through things slowly, if at all, give your relationship a chance. So the chaser still has that hope. That hope is still a player for the chaser. And they do intend to sort of keep their doors open, keep the light on, and all those things for their this person in some capacity. I feel like if the runner did come about the chaser and say something worthwhile or do something worthwhile, then the chaser may want to get back together because it looks here like they're open for it. But the person does not seem like they are looking for anything long term at this moment. They're kind of looking for an in and out type, being able to move around at will. So I'm going to look at guidance for each at this time. See how best they can sort of move towards what's theirs, you know, because both are kind of dealing with their own little demons. Come here, honey. Okay. Guidance for the chaser. Guidance for the chaser. Guidance for the chaser. Guidance for Ooh. What? I don't get it. Oh man. Guidance for the chaser. This is not guidance for the chaser. This is not guidance for the chaser. This is like a little message for the chaser. Hey chaser, you may or may not get a message of some sort. Right? You may get a message or not a message of some sort that will be, I don't want to say deceptive, but that may be something of a hard truth. You may learn something, intuit something, receive something that is a bit of a hard truth to swallow. This is a Cleton, I think. This is like a spontaneous messenger or something. Sometimes it talks about messages from spirit or actual messages from, you know, physical, real, tangible people. And this talks about truths that are true. And in the protection, it's a truth that to me is a little bit hard to swallow. So this could have been this reading, and if that is the case, then, you know, if this reading was a bit, and you're a chaser, and this reading was a bit, oh my God, it rubbed you the wrong way, then yes. Yes, it did. However, there is some truth to whatever you may have heard, and perhaps consider listening to it a little bit, and being honest with yourself with what you may have heard. All right. Can I have some real guidance for the chaser as it relates to this dynamic, please? Climb every... Dude. Climb every mountain. Spirit is like, I told you. I said what I said. I said what I said. Okay, honey. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you will no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than the truth is required now. So that is yours. Okay. It came out twice. You saw me shuffle. You saw me shuffle, and I dare not argue with what is yours to hear. All right, runner. You listening? You ready, honey? You ready, baby? Climb every mountain. Follow every rainbow till you find your dream. I enjoy my own company. Leave me alone. But that's the song that was in my head right now. Runner. May I have some guidance for a little now, please? Follow every rainbow. Time for a nap in protection. Till you find your dream. Hey, runner. You're a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone? To be there for everyone? To go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects. But now you are on an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion is calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You'll feel like a noop girl. That bug outside is just not doing us any favors. You'll feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it now. So, for runners, time for a nap. Stop running. Go sit down. Go stop. Literally, Spirit's like, stop running. You know, take care of what you need to take care of. Stop running. You're not a human doing. You're a human being. Maybe stop running a little bit and attend to what you're running away from. Or attend to yourself, which could be one and the same. Okay, my beautiful runners out there? You're marathoning. Pause for a second. Alright? Okay. Damn. Stop running from relationships. Stop running from a soulmate. Damn, I wasn't even gonna shuffle again. That's really weird. Stop running from a soulmate connection. That's so fucking weird. I was not gonna shuffle again. And it wants me to shuffle one more time. I'm not gonna do it. Runners. I'm so sorry. You may be running from a soulmate connection. What does this mean? You may be running from an actual connection, right? From the person, or you may be running from a connection in your being. You may be choosing to ignore it. You may be choosing to not indulge in it, or you may be choosing to do something. There's something about this connection in your life, this this connection, this dynamic for you runners that may be needed to, you may need to be in, right? You may need to stop running from and be in. This doesn't mean get into a commitment. This doesn't mean get married. It could mean those things, right? You know what it could mean. But I feel like for those of you who are running on purpose, and who are listening to this, there's a way for you to stop running and to tend to what you need to tend to, especially within yourself as it relates to this connection. Okay? Yeah. Stop running. Fuck. Stop. Surprises. To be continued. No. I hope this served somebody, or at least gave you something to listen to for a nice little hour, right? We spent some time together. So if you enjoyed this or would like more of these types, please feel free to check out the rest of the channel. I have mad pick cards. I have mad readings on here. Take your pick. If you liked this, let me know. And like the video, and you can comment and see what other sort of readings in this format you may like to see, and I can feel into them and see if I can do them. I am open for personal readings at this time. If you're listening to this in the future, you might want to just check to see if I'm still open. So, because I don't know how long I'm going to be open for. I'm just going by spirit. They finally allowed me to read. So, if you would like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. Shoot me an email. What else? I hope you're doing well. I hope to do the pick a card to see whether you're in a runner energy, in a chaser energy, or at least what percentage of what energy you're in, because again, we're human beings and we're beautifully complex. Don't let nobody tell you different. And I hope to see you next time. Bye. Keep your light on, as always, and good luck. Okay?